Go.
Peddler Polly's goods sold here, seen there. That's the sign Peddler Polly's cart has. Her horse pulled her up Main Street. Peddler Polly looked around and smiled.
I'm sure glad to be back in Tailtown. Imagine, a town where everyone tells stories.
Peddler Polly parked at the town square over town hall, and she saw a note. Come to the store swap. Story swap today if you can still know one.
If you still know one.
Hello, Peddler Polly. Tammy said a little girl's voice.
Well, it's my old friend Penny. Do you have a good story for me? I'd gladly like to trade it for something in my cart.
Penny saw this too.
I don't have any stories at all. Hardly anyone in Tailtown does. We're all losing our stories.
Losing your story? Whatever do you mean?
We start to tell a story and then it's gone. Can't remember it anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Another car had parked on the square. Its sign said, Spellbinder, story boxes. Here, buy one. Today. In the car stood a man with a top coat, top hat, and goatee, surrounded by piles of wooden boxes. A crowd was gathering before him.
You've heard of a storyteller and you've heard of a storybook. Well, I'm here to show you something finer still, the new patent Spellbinder storybooks.
Oh, Peddler Polly, you selling stories.
Dr. Spellbinder held up one of his wooden boxes showing a pane of glass on one side. He flipped the switch and the glass came to life. Tiny characters moved across the pane. The tiny voice came out. Someone in the crowd yelled,
It's Cinderella!
Dr. Spellbinder turned a knob and a different moving picture appeared. That's Puss in Boots. He turned the knob again.
And that's Sleeping Beauty.
Never again will you have to ask for a story, and never again will you have to imagine the pictures. Who will be the first to buy a Spellbinder story box?
I'll take one.
So will I. I'll take two.
Before long, Dr. Spellbinder, her cart was empty. Town square was covered with children and grown-ups, all staring blinking at the little boxes.
I don't like the looks of this.
When Peddler Polly arrived, the story swapped. The afternoon, town hall was packed. The room was busy with talks about lost stories and Spellbinder boxes. Finally, Mayor Bertha of Bigwig took the stage. She glanced nervously around her.
Welcome to the story swap. It's my honor to tell the first story, The Pied Piper of Hamlin.
From her seat by an open window, Peddler Polly heard a soft whirring and a sucking voice.
Life in the town of Hamlin was pleasant, or would have been, if not for the...
The mare turned pale,
I've lost my story.
and she ran from the stage. A horrified murmur rose in the room. Milton Marble, the school teacher, tried next.
My story is Jack and the Beanstalk.
Again, Peddler Polly heard a whirl and a sucking.
There was once a poor widow who only had a son named... Oh no!
He fled to the stage in tears. Next came Penny.
A long time ago in Greece, there was a horse called Pegasus. This horse was special because
Stop the swap. We can't afford to lose any more stories. It's the end of storytelling in Tailtown.
As excited talk filled the room, Peddler Polly thought she heard a crackle out the window. She looked and saw a man with a top coat and a top hat hurry away from the building. He carried a large wooden box covered with switches, knobs, and dials, with a long hose attached to it.
It's Dr. Spellbinder. I better take a look at this.
Peddler Polly hesitated, and from the hall she followed Dr. Spellbinder from a distance as he left the town and made his way into the hills. At last, Dr. Spellbinder disappeared through the mouth of the cave. Peddler Polly followed him in and stopped in astonishment. A huge cave, it was filled with merchants and contraptions, all of them noisily, pulling and pushing and pulsing and pounding. Dr. Spellbinder stood at the workbench covered with story boxes and other strange devices. He sat down on a big box he was carrying and patted it.
3 more stories put into my story boxes. And all thanks to my brilliant invention, the Spellbinder Story Sucker. Soon I'll steal all the stories in the world. Then everyone will need a story box. I'll be rich, rich, rich!
Not if I can help it.
Peddler Polly, what are you doing here?
Putting an end to your evil plan, Spellbinder.
You'll never stop me, Peddler Polly.
Then Dr. Spellbinder grabbed the story sucker and sprinted in from the cave. Down the hill sped Dr. Spellbinder, while Peddler Polly puffed in pursuit. With eyes, the story sucker, Peddler Polly was fast.
One good story deserves another. Wait.
He lifted his lid on the story sucker and reached in.
See how you like this story, Peddler Polly?
He threw something behind him in a flash of light, and out of nowhere, a huge crowd of children appeared, coming uphill towards Peddler Polly. They were led by a man in many colored costumes, who was playing a pipe.
Well, I'll be.
Peddler Polly pushed past the startled man and pressed through the crowd of miserable children.
It's a catchy tune, kids, but I wouldn't follow a piper.
Dr. Spellbinder was far ahead, but Peddler Polly ran hard and came on him.
One good story deserves another.
And he reached into the story sucker. Another flash. Peddler Polly saw a boy chopping down a gigantic beanstalk. But just then, the boy he took to his heels, calling, "Help!" Peddler Polly looked up and saw just in time. A huge man tumbled from the sky and landed with the earth-shaking crash just before her.
Didn't know stories can be so dangerous.
Peddler Polly ran around the giant while she waved to the boy and called,
Thank you, Jack.
Dr. Spellbinder had vanished behind the hill, and Peddler Polly came after him. He rounded the bend, she gasped. Tied to a landing platform was a lighter than an air balloon, and Spellbinder was climbing into the basket.
Oh no, now he'll go away for sure. Unless...
It's all over now, Peddler Polly.
floated into the air.
But I still have one more story, and it might as well keep you busy.
If it's the one I think it is.
Spellbinder threw to the ground another flash, and there stood a horse with long and graceful wings.
Pegasus.
Peddler Polly ran and leaped onto the horse and dug into her heels. The horse flapped its wings smoothly and rose into the air, up and up it spiraled until it was flying circles around the dismay. Hey, Dr. Spellbinder.
Guess who's got your mythology, Spellbinder? Didn't you know Pegasus was a flying horse?
Peddler Polly, he rode in close, grabbed Dr. Spellbinder and flung him across the horse's back.
My story, sucker!
Cried Dr. Spellbinder as the balloon floated away with his invention.
I don't guess we'll need it where you're going. For crime like shutting up stories, a judge is sure to shut you up. Unhappily ever after.
A few weeks later, when all of the Spellbinder story boxes had been opened, the stories returned to their tellers. The people in Tailtown held a big storytelling festival on the town square. Mayor Bigwig announced.
And a special guest for today, Peddler Polly.
Hooray!
Well, thanks. And now I'll tell a story called Peddler Polly and the Story Stealer.
And that's a tale they'll always tell in Tales Town.